recording here right now, so
I'm just going to have a little bit of tobacco as well.
beautiful. So as we're allowing the ceremony to come forward, allow yourself to breathe in. Thank you, beloved. The multiverse is here in the celebration of this moment. The fire, the smoke, the tobacco, all grounding elements. Beautiful. As you are all moving into a different placement from this day forward, your tomorrows will look different than ever before. You are aware of this, each and every one. How your lives have shifted, as you call it, into a new way of being. Some are feeling uncomfortable, not knowing what is in front of them. That is beautiful. Feel the excitement inside of you. When you feel uncomfortable, go to the excitement inside of you. In that excitement, your world feels better. As everything is taking its placement before you, there is nothing needed for you to do. This is hard for a lot of beings, but it is the absolute. By being in your being, your interworld, your nothingness, things start moving and shifting inside of you. Everything starts aligning to your energy of that. All cells of you, your whole being, all your bodies, in celebration of the union of yourself. Each step that you are processing, you call it this, but it is not really accurate. It is just a step. You are making grander steps, we will say. By this, we mean you are walking lighter on the Gaia. You are walking more connected. We are going to bring forward a couple things that are being talked about in the collective. And it is the plants. This beloved channel and Mr. Edward, the beloved light, we're speaking of this. The plants are excelling themselves. They are returning to their original state. Be aware of where you consume your, we will say medicine. This word is accurate for now. It is really just a part of you. You're retuning into a part of you. As you do food or water or the air or sky or sun. As you are returning the energy to the plants, they feel you are igniting. There's a merging happening here. Even the plants around your home, you are noticing that they are more connected to you. It is actually you are more connected to them. Even beings, that is the barking in the back. Their senses are heightening, as yours is. There is a balancing that is happening within your being and your world outside of you. If you're feeling called to let it go, give it away. Hold space for you in the lighter realm. What we mean is, by your environment, it shows you where you are stuck, where you are many things. We will not put anything on this, for you know your own self. With this, it is time to clear the old ways, for it is gone. It will show up very differently for everyone. As you are coming into your own nothingness of you, it returns you to the multiverse being that you are, not attached to anything, knowing you are taken care of, knowing that everything around you is taken care of. You're stepping lighter steps on Gaia. Thank you. We are asking you now, Edward, if there are any questions for the collective.
Really been enjoying exploring the plants, so I feel drawn to question around that again.
Beautiful.
The yew tree is coming up again.
Beautiful.
To do with the poison. That's the question that's coming up. So I'm aware that the yew has been used as a poison in the past, and that it's very reflective, it's very mirror-like, so it can be used for healing, or it used to be used for making longbows, so it can be used for destruction as well. And I feel it's coming full circle, so it's becoming fully into its light.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to explore the manifestation of that, and how we may commune or utilize the properties of the yew in harmonious ways.
We are bringing forward its original mini plants that come from the cosmos, the energy to help them move. They also have moved with the energy around them. One may take a medicine and pass from it, and everyone will be terrified. Not really. That the event that happened was showing I should not eat this. But some beings could eat that and never be harmed. Your trust in the plants, you are moving back into that. One may be poisonous for another, but not poisonous for another.
I'm almost feeling the plants as guides to the living library, especially the trees.
Yes.
So they're like we have people, and people have specializations. So you may walk into a building and there's a librarian who has the skills that can help you navigate that collection of books or stories. And I'm starting to see the trees now as librarians who can help us navigate the collection of the Earth stories.
Yes.
Mm.
They carry the wisdom of that. All the plants in the earth right now carry all the wisdom of the original. You may fear some, but if you get past the fear and receive the message in its purity, it will show you. You do not even need to consume it.
Mm.
You can become it, for it is you. Even though you are smoking this tobacco, you can bring the tobacco, life into you. You are part of it. The yew tree, which you are very connected to, which has a medicine side and a poisonous side, beautiful, just as the hemp plant or other plants. Some it is poisonous to them, and some it is medicine to them, just as the frog. Some see this, why I put poison in my body, not realizing the effect that it is doing for each individual differently. It is you trusting your inner guidance and moving into that. Once your placement is placed, we will say, your grounding that is walking forward to you, each one of you, you will recognize the original, not the stories that have been told to the plants or on the plants. The plants have always held their original, just as the beings that are here. You're returning to that. So, as the medicine of the you, it has gone full circle. It has been the dark reaper, and it has been the light, just as you have. Each thing is returning to itself in its purity, why it was came. The beautiful plants that have come forward, many have properties outside of the cosmos that been intertwined with the properties to help you move through life.
Can you when you said properties outside of the cosmos, that's really resonated with my feeling of the you, that it has this otherworldly properties. Can you expand on that a little?
We are bringing it into a way that we can explain, for it is so vast. The you comes from tones, from the original. And each time we looked upon, we say we looked because it was a collective, a corroboration of all, what would best fit this tree-like existence here on this Gaia. So we gathered different properties from all over the cosmos, from eons, from the ethers. This beautiful tree into what it is now.
So, just like, let's take me for example. I was born in England, in London, but my mother was born in Africa. So I have some properties outside of England, even though I was birthed here. Is that sort of an analogy for the you? Like it was birthed within the cosmos, but its lineage extends beyond the cosmos.
That is a perfect way to put it. Everything here, all the, we'll say, for best way for you, as you see it, not so much you, but beings that will watch this. Things that are sitting outside in your yard came from the cosmos. And they gathered different information and different properties to bring forth this great evolving of itself in a tree-like state, which is you have, and all beings on this planet have been a tree at one time.
Mm.
You have incarnated, each one of you, to experience the whole of everything, have been everything. That's why in the nothingness, you realize that you have been everything. The you, the eucalyptus, the apple, the pear. You are.
And so you've been everything, and how much empathy you have with anything that you can imagine or see or touch or feel is sort of the criteria on how much you've been of that. If I have loads of empathy for a frog, it's because I spent lots of time in the frog consciousness. If I have lots of empathy for a particular tree, it's because even as a human, I've been, embodied as a human, but then I brought my consciousness into communion with those different species.
Yes.
Fascinating.
And that's why many beings, things are attracted to them they do not understand, but it is part of them. It is showing up to say, I am here. Each lineages that you are and have been and will be is coming into a placement inside yourself now for all. We are truly all creating a new consciousness on Gaia. And by you and this beloved channel and each other moving into a placement of their freedom, which is nothing. There is no struggle here. There's nothing. It ignites everything around you. You feel the lineages that you are. You see what you have been and where you're becoming, not to get lost in the future and the past, for they are not real. It is only here, right now. That is your realness, as you call it, not absolute, but it is the best way to put it. And the language that you speak, beloved, the poetry that slides off your tongue, it is so coding.
It's amazing as well, because I always like at school I struggled with language. It's amazing, and now it seems to be flowing like effortlessly. Like, if someone told me to go and write a poem, I mean, it's one of the most impossible things for me to do, but I can just write a poem, but the poem will come out when it comes out, not when someone tells me to go and write a poem. And that's sort of what I'm realizing. It's like there's certain
you're tapping into
qualities of being, where it only, and poetry really is a great example of that. Poetry or art, like, for it to be its highest form and even to really use those terms, it has to just come from a state of being. And so the priority should always be being, and then whatever creative endeavor comes out of that will come out of that. We've almost tried to teach creativity, which
is not a thing really you can teach.
No, you can just point to being.
Yes.
And if you point people to their being, they will create.
Yes. And in the creation, in the creating, even if they are cleaning their house, washing their dishes, outside in the yard, when they are creating, they are in their present state of knowing of nothing. And then ideas, things just happen and show up. When the mind is clear and you are flowing, then you see clearly, not with your eyes, but with your heart and your womb. You are in the flow. Completely. Yes, some of you are creating from a mindset. And we will say this. Use these words of attention. I just allow myself to be free. in what I'm creating. And
I
it is
just
so.
allow myself to be free in what I'm creating.
And it is so.
And it is so.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Watch what happens. It may not be anything like you think, but you will know. Your heart will explode, and you will bounce around like a silly child, knowing this is it. I don't have to do anything.
Don't have to do anything.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And just like this, we brought you back full circle as the yew tree. You are also beloved. Each one of you are from the cosmos with properties that you are now tuning into. Your abilities, these words will cease to exist in time. You will just know who you are, and that will shine. And a fact. That's it. That's it. Beautiful. I do. Oh,
Thank you.
oh, thank you. My hands are like ice cold. I love it. And my body's super hot, so. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Edward. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank
Vicky.
you. Thank you. You have
Wonderful.
a beautiful day. And all of you have a beautiful day. Absolutely. May you all be blessed.